Lenny Henry unapologetic about altering J.R.R. Tolkien's work in The Lord of the Rings of Power. We're telling the story now. This coming from Bounding into Comics. Man, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Why are they saying stuff like this? Why are they coming out and making these little bullet points saying, yeah, we're telling the story now. It'll be all right. It's going to be okay, everyone. We've got a diverse cast. We spent a lot of money. It seems like that's the entire marketing for this. And then they throw out the teaser trailer, and Tolkien fans around the world, not just in America, I mean globally, have said, why are you doing this? Stop. No, I have never in my life seen a ratio on every single teaser trailer. You know, I've seen some bad, but like you're talking millions of downvotes to the point where Amazon was deleting comments and now they're just making funny comments. And I love the Tolkien fans that come into these videos and write these same comments that they've been writing in Amazon Prime. They make my day. You guys make my day when you were like, when Gandalf kicked the Hobbit into the pit and said, this is Sparta, I was in tears. Those are the type of comments that are coming up. And they're glorious. They're absolutely glorious. My favorite one was when you said when Galadriel hit 88 miles per hour and was taken back in time to fix everything in Mordor. I was dying. I was freaking dying of laughing. So please keep them coming. Keep them coming. But let's see what Lenny had to say. Actor, let me get this up right so y'all can see it. Actor Lenny Henry, who plays a non-Hobbit Hobbit. Those are the Harfoots, right? That their hearts are bigger than their feet. I mean, just top tier writing for this show, for this $1 billion show. Is that what they spent? $1 billion? I don't know. Correct me in the comment section. Sadok Burrows, probably said that wrong, recently made it clear he has no qualms with the changing J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings story, and Prime Video's Lord of the Rings of Power, especially when it comes to how the characters are depicted. Well, there's this character there. I mean, dude, they put sticks in your hair. Is that part of the lore? Can someone tell me, please? I just gotta know. When they talked about the hobbits, was there some kind of sketch somewhere that they had sticks and birds' nests in their hair? Please tell me. I need to be corrected. I don't know. And now I'm beyond curious. Because every time they show these little large heart feet people, they all got like birds and sticks and bushes, you know, and daisies and stuff growing out of their hair. And I'm like, I where is that? Maybe that's part of the lore and I missed it somewhere. Maybe it's on the back pages. Anyway, Henry spoke with the Sunday Times and specifically addressed changing the races of the characters as originally depicted in Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings of Power. That seems to be a huge issue with the actors and the promotion. Hey, look what we did. Look what we have. Look at the cast now. Please watch, because look at that seems to be the marketing, which is bizarre. Explain it has everything to do with modern identity politics. Well, that ought to tell you everything you need to know about this show. Saying that's to do with it being the 21st century. People want to see themselves. Listen, I have never heard anyone in my entire life, maybe I'm hanging out with the wrong people, I'm just saying, that have said that they wanted to see themselves as a hobbit or an elf or a dwarf or anything like that. It's like, this is a different world. It's a different age. These are different, like, creatures. Like, I don't understand. If you want to make a fantasy or use mythology, you know, or sci-fi or something, and you want to inject it with 21st century whatever and make it as diverse as you want, why can't you come up with your own stories? I don't understand that, because it seems like all we're doing nowadays is just picking IPs that are already established and just spinning it all around and just saying, hey, look what we gave you. You're going to like it. Why? Because it says Lord of the Rings, because it says Star Wars, because it says Marvel. You're going to buy it. You're going to like it. And don't worry about it. All right? Just consume to the next one. It's like they can't be creative, like, and make up their own stories or anything. You want to know why? Because probably most people won't watch it. And now seeing the reaction from many Tolkien fans around the world and their horror from this, It's just unbelievable. He goes on to say, Henry pointed out that what Prime Video was doing is not depicted in the books that he read himself or to his daughter when she was young. Of course, if you go back, there's going to be that thing that prevails because the books don't say. I don't know what he's saying here. Although some of the characters are described as hard-skinned and darker in complexion. Nevertheless, he declares, but that was then, this is now, and we're telling the story now. Well, there you have it. That was then. This is now. We're telling the story now. I got to be honest with you. I appreciate his honesty. I appreciate he came out and said, hey, we're going to change it. We're telling the new story. This is what we're going to do. You're going to have to deal with it because you shouldn't like it because back then, they wrote it back then. Now we're going to write it for right now. So all you people that are upset, you shouldn't worry about, what we're changing because that was back then. And this is now. We don't care if it's a timeless classic. We don't care if it's like one of the greatest pieces of literature in our lifetimes. We don't care about that stuff because that was back then. And this is now. We're telling the story now. Well, the news broke that if this is not successful, then Amazon's going to shut down their studio. Interesting. That was then, and this is now. I just don't understand what we're about to see, but we're about to witness in the next few days. I mean, you want to see something? 1.9 million downvotes. 1.9 million. And it doesn't matter what teaser trailer you pick on. They're all thumbed down. This is going to be, I mean, did they not expect this? Did they not see this coming? Did they not even care? It's just like, they're like, hey, we'll do whatever we want. We'll just slap the Lord of the Rings names on it and everything will be okay. They'll like it. We'll put little people in it. We'll give them dwarves. We'll give them elves. We'll give them all this stuff. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. They're going to love it. Well, obviously, they don't love it. And these comments are gold. I mean, they are gold. Like, this is one of my favorites. When Galadriel tells Sauron, get to the chopper, I was paralyzed with chills. It's truly Tolkien time. This is my favorite. The part where Sauron kicks Elrond down the hole to the ground and says, this is Mordor. Best scene of them all. Just like Tolkien wrote it. But hey, at least they're telling the truth. At least they're saying, we're just going to change it. That was then. This is now. So we changed it. We changed it all up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow me on Locals. The link is in the pinned comment. It's going to be wild. Just a couple more days, everyone. You get your rings of power. Woo! Going to be a wild ride.